Hi, my name is Aidan Docherty, and this is my water portfolio presentation. To begin, as an introduction, I stated that the assignments that I have been tasked to complete this semester have most certainly changed my view on both my use of water and care for water as well. I would have never known how much I take water for granted. That being said, from my overuse of water to my naiveness towards water in general, I must make a change in the way that I respect our Earth's greatest resource. This was my personal water use and cost log, in which I used a total of 29.13 gallons in 2 days, had a monthly usage of around 873.9 gallons, and a total price of $18.40. And this was my food water footprint log, in which I found out that my total water consumed is around 1,663 gallons, 0.486. These were my 3 photos used for the water carry experience assignment. And this is the reflection that I wrote as a response to the water carry experience, in which I stated, personally, I did not feel affected by carrying around the jug of water as I regularly do this as a student athlete. That being said, I can most definitely understand how this may be harder for other students who are not used to carrying around at least a gallon of water everywhere they go most days. Regardless, I feel that carrying around an additional 4 gallons of water would be exponentially more difficult, especially considering the harsh climate and conditions of the majority of Africa. This was my response to the business and industry water footprint assignment, in which I stated, one industry that I have recently been specifically interested in is commercial real estate. Prior to working on this assignment, I truly had no prior knowledge to how much water is used in the industry. That being said, I learned that the top 3 largest uses of water in commercial office buildings are restrooms, heating and cooling, and landscaping. It was a surprise to learn how much water is being used in just heating and cooling alone. With that, I believe that a few of the ways commercial real estate industry could reduce their water usage are installing a WaterSense product where appropriate, using energy efficient and eco-friendly ways for heating and cooling, making sure to have timers set up for the landscape in order to not use water, use recycled water, and to try to reduce overall energy consumption when possible. This was my response to the water sustainability comparison and reflection assignment. For question 1, my response was my total personal consumptive water use that was measured during the Module 3 assignment was 25 gallons, 144 ounces. For question 2, my response was, I think the main difference between the assignment for Module 3 and 5 was that in Module 5, there were many more methods of water consumption presented, rather than simply how much I used for quote-unquote personal needs. For question 3, my response was 1,663 gallons. For question 4, my response was, after looking at the class average, I realized that my use is over 100 more gallons than the class average. That being said, there were definitely members of the class that used far more than I did. And for part B of that, I responded, one thing that I'm absolutely able to improve is making the change to start taking shorter showers, as that will most definitely lower my daily water consumption. For question 5, my response was, I personally identify as a United States citizen, along with being a citizen of the United Kingdom. That being said, I found it extremely interesting that my daily water use was right in the middle of both of those nations' average daily uses. And then I also mentioned that the US used far more and the UK used far less. And finally, for question 6, my response was, if I'm being brutally honest and realistic, I do not think I can make a direct impact or difference on the water footprint of one of my peers. Nonetheless, what I am able to do is attempt to inform and influence others and to do their part, trying to limit their personal water footprint. Therefore, it is on every one of us to do our part, although a push in the right direction is needed for some. And to conclude this presentation, my summative assessment was, prior to taking this class, I was simply a naive college student who would take water for granted whenever I felt necessary. Although now that I truly understand my personal responsibility with water, it has changed my perspective drastically. Through the many assignments and discussion posts, I have finally realized that every human being plays an important role in keeping our Earth healthy, and it all starts with water. We truly can all make a difference. And lastly, these are my references. Thanks for watching.